ellipse. I just heard something in my face.
Tell me that's working now. There we go. Ain't nothing like the last minute. You're
Ladies
welcome.
and gentlemen, please give it up for the great Filippo LFA Ron Filippo Phillips.
All right, let's go. Here we go.
It's just fun to say, like, Amerigo Vespucci.
It's true. She says it every time we talk about this coffee, too. So,
AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Historically great coffee.
Journey into the matrix of the mind. Stretch your imagination and challenge reality. Abnormal realities are beacons for the imagination. What society deems abnormal may be more real than we think. This is Abnormal Realities with your hosts, Ron Phillips and Rocky Stucci.
Stuccio.
Holy crap, barely made it.
Dude, I had not one bit of stress in my soul.
I know you didn't. I'm the one that had the stress.
So you said this.
Holy crap.
Boom, bitch is what?
Yeah, I know.
That's what we call El Producio.
Yep.
Filippo in action. You don't talk to him during those moments. You just don't say a word
Well, no,
to
I'm
his
glad
face.
somebody said something because, damn, we made changes up here this week, and it screwed me about 4 different times because I missed that I needed to make changes in multiple places. But thank you all for letting me know. So we got it done
All right,
just
so
in time.
I think in the night time.
Somebody said, I thought my headphones were broken.
Yeah, your headphones are broken. So I was driving home the other day, and I came off of 20, getting onto the Crowley Road exit.
Okay.
And I got to tell you something, man. I think, so I seen a person there standing on the corner, trying to get a hookup.
Homeless or hooker?
Homeless.
Okay.
And it was really weird because I made weird eye contact with this person when I was driving by.
Does that make you uncomfortable?
You know what? None of them ever do, but this one, it was weird. It was like, I kind of felt like this person maybe wasn't all the way human, or this one, like,
what made you think
was
that,
dark
though?
on the inside. Something was different about this person, and I don't like this person as of this moment.
Okay. As of right now.
Now, we haven't had a Zoom meeting to kind of figure out what the hell was going on.
I'm with you.
No, but brother, when I was driving by, it's like, you drive by and you just look real quick, and it's like they just happen to have looked at the exact same time I did.
Especially if they're side-eyeing you when you look at them.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? God, dog,
Dude,
that
I
would
hate the
freak you out, dude. Yeah, because if they're doing that,
dude,
then it was like they on purpose made you look at them. Oh, nope.
Stop
rubbing your eyes because
it was. I did that on purpose.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Okay.
I tried to sneak one in. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not supposed to do it, but I tried to sneak in an eye rub.
Rocky's eyes are bothering him a little bit. So.
Well, I was attacked when
You
I
were
walked
not
in the
attacked.
house. I was viciously attacked.
My
Almost
dog-
died. I
my
wasn't going
dog
to say anything.
Jumped in his arms because he picked her up and he rubbed her all in his face.
I don't know why she loves me so much, because I always tell her I'm going to use her for fish food. And
But
she
you were
still-
first dad. You were first dad.
I did change
And
that
so
diaper
when-
every once in a
Yeah,
while.
that's right. So when you come over, she has to say hi. It's funny because you're the only person that walks in the front door she doesn't bark at, because she knows you.
I can make her freeze, dude.
There's
I
that
can make
scent.
her freeze. I could just look at her in the eyes and she'll just freeze.
She
and just
does.
stare
She
at me.
freezes with her big old bug eyes.
And I make
We
my
have
eyeballs
I have
twitch.
it's a toy Chihuahua, and she's very small. She's not even 2 pounds.
I was actually going to ask you if we could do something very adventurous for the viewing audience. I was wondering
Why
if
did
we
you
could,
wait till we got on the air to ask?
because it's important to wait. Because what I'd like to do is strap her in some kind of a harness and have you take her up with the drone and film it.
The dog?
Yes.
Oh no, we're not doing
What
that.
the hell
No,
for
dude.
not, man?
No,
That's
I'm not.
science, bro.
It
They
will
sent a
scare
monkey into space.
the shit out of a dog.
It's her, though. She's not normal.
No.
She'll be fine. She'll be happy it happened.
No, she won't be. My wife and daughter won't be happy it happened either.
Oh, my goodness. My goodness. My goodness. Ryan didn't call me a bitch today. My goodness.
Was it a tough day at work? You didn't even work.
No.
What'd you do all day?
Dude, I was busy.
Drinking?
No, you didn't. You know, usually, what do you usually say to me, Ron, when I pull up?
What
Tell
up?
everybody what you say to me.
What up, bitch?
I didn't get a bitch today.
I'm sorry. I was not outside when you drove up today.
And there is that
I'm
too. I didn't
usually-
want to bring that up on the show, but
usually
you weren't there.
waiting like a puppy dog. I just lost track of time.
I had my window down playing cool music so I could look cool with my sunglasses on. And I was going to give it the fist pump when I was driving by, and you weren't even there. I wasn't even going to bring that part up.
I know.
Why weren't you, bro? What?
I don't know, dude. I'm sorry. I misstepped. It was my bad.
Is it the energy?
It's not the energy.
It's a new moon
I
tonight.
failed you, and I'm sorry.
It's a new moon tonight. You didn't fail me. It's the moon, dude. It's
Maybe
getting in our
Mars is
heads.
in
Conjunction.
retrograde or
It's in
something.
conjunction.
It's in conjunction.
It's in
Okay.
conjunction for the redemption of the
Here
motivational
it comes.
inner circle of the black holiolo.
Here, the black what?
The black holiolo. Don't touch me, bro.
Yeah,
All right, so are we going to die? Are we going to become a zombie apocalypse?
probably.
Okay,
At
what
some
about babies?
point.
What about babies? Because, you know, I mean, like robot shit.
You just shifted me. You did that on purpose, right?
You know, I told you about that dream where I was in a dream and they were making babies.
Yes, you did.
And that was real to me, right?
Well, yeah. Now there's a story out
What?
that says in 50 years there will be virtual babies. Then you don't have to have your own. You don't have to make your own baby. And I guess if you're making one, you program one.
I will make one. I
Says
can't have
according
one.
to an artificial intelligence expert, virtual children who can play with you, hug you, and even look like you
Dude,
could help fight overpopulation.
this really could be a disgusting thing because there would be a major increase in pedophilia. I'm telling you right now. Don't tell me I'm
what?
freaking wrong. Dude, if you have these like this, dude, imagine the perverts out there that are going to sit there and come up with these virtual babies
Oh,
and think what they're going to do to these virtual babies. What's a virtual baby? Can you touch it?
I don't know. We're about to find out.
Come on.
In her book, Catriona Campbell, one of the UK's leading artificial intelligence experts, predicted that, quote, computer babies will become commonplace in 50 years as fears of overpopulation will encourage society to have digital kids. Are you kidding me right now?
And let me guess, people are going to pay for this shit.
She said they would only exist in the immersive digital world known as the metaverse and would cost next to nothing to raise as they would require minimal resources. They will be accessed using virtual reality technology so that the user feels as if he is face to face with a child. I'm going to tell you something right now. For all the pain and suffering that a child, when you're raising them, gives you, I'll be damned if I'm going to do that faking it. If I'm going to do it, I want to have something at the end of it to carry on my name. You know what I'm saying?
And then what if you don't want the little shit anymore? What if you virtually want to delete their ass, right? How much is that going to
Is that
cost
the
you?
threat? That's the threat now.
You can't delete it. Once you virtually, you need to raise that little shit.
Instead of grounding them, you just are taking their phone away. You're just going to go, I will delete you.
I will do. You know what? Keep
don't
talking
make me
back.
do it. That's right. Don't make me do it. Keep talking. Say something else. Say something else. My finger's on the button. Say something
Say
else.
it.
I dare you. You see what I'm saying?
Say it. Finger. It's right there.
Yeah. Virtual children may seem like a giant leap in technology, she writes, but within 50 years, technology will advance so much that children existing in the metaverse will be indistinguishable from children in the real world. Okay, that's horse shit. As the metaverse evolves, I see virtual children becoming an accepted and fully accepted part of society in much of the developed world.
Can I tell you, dude? I just want like Little House on the Prairie days back, man. Just give me a little patch of land. Give me like some corn seeds. Let me grow some
in the
corn and
metaverse. You know
potatoes.
what? I'm intrigued by the metaverse. You know what that is, right?
Yeah, it's the whole it's the whole fake reality where people are going to live.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a fake reality, kind of like Ready Player One. There was a movie, Ready Player One, and that movie was actually really good. But everybody lived their lives in this. They called it the Oasis in the book or in the movie, but they lived their lives there.
Okay.
You know, and they had tools. They had virtual glasses, gloves, body suits, things like that. Pretty cool. There's a show on I think it's Amazon
So-
Prime called Upload.
I brought
It's the same
I brought
kind of
into
thing.
my house. I have one of those virtual thing, the things you put. When you watch those videos and people run into the walls.
Yes, I've got a set of them out here.
So apparently, where I am during the week,
Yeah.
you can sign this stuff out for 2 weeks.
You have virtual reality glasses?
Yeah, no, it was in a huge box. It came with this freaking computer and the different games and these arm pieces and all these wires and
What?
it's the whole setup, and it's supposed to be like one of the best there is.
For doing what though?
The virtual stuff, like you put it on and then you like walk around and play games and do weird shit, and run into walls and trip over furniture.
Okay, but that's why you have it at work?
No, I signed it out for 2 weeks. I have it at my house. And it's just sitting there. I thought the boys were going to just rip it out of the box and start doing it. I thought everybody's going to be excited. I'm like, man, tell the boys I'm on my way home.
But what would they do with it? Is it something they can plug into like a PS4 or something?
No, it comes with this laptop.
Oh, it does.
And the
So
laptop has it all.
Did you know that you can go on YouTube, put on virtual reality glasses, and on YouTube you can watch virtual 360 degree TV shows and stuff like that?
Really?
Yes, you can. I've done it before. Matter of fact, if somebody was to put on virtual glasses, they could go watch that video that you and I made on my 360 camera and turn around and look at you and me as we walked down your street in Minnesota.
Weird.
Isn't that crazy?
Like they were walking with us.
Like they were walking with us. Yeah.
Wow. Dude, I got goosebumps on my
Yeah,
nipples.
that's nice. I love that kind of stuff. It's kind of cool. Many scientists now believe that declining birth rates will lead to a decline in world population in the second half of the century. Some argue that technological progress will provide a smaller environmental impact for the next generation than ours,
Dude.
based on the fact that there is a demand for it. And I think there will be. Children with AI
It's not right.
will become widely available for a
Okay.
relatively small monthly fee.
Oh, okay. And then
Oh.
how much does it cost to get out of the program? All of a sudden, you don't
I don't know.
realize.
It's when you got to send them to college. That's where it's going to bite you in the ass.
And there's packages. There's going to be packages. This is so stupid that people pay for this shit. It scares me to death. Go get a fishing pole, folks. Go fishing. Go outside, man. You know what? Go risk your life by being attacked by a bear because you decided to go walk through some woods and appreciate nature. I am literally, dude, our detachment with what's really real. And I said this, man. Nobody on this planet owns anything.
Correct.
Nothing. We don't own anything. We give the perception that we're owned and we own things, right? We give the perception that we live here and then just the way we live. But take all that away for 1 second, man, and think about the amazing. I keep thinking like the North Shore and probably what people refer to as Eastern Texas, where
Okay.
you got kind of like the mountains and the pine trees.
It would be hills in East Texas.
Okay,
No
just 2 hours just in the middle of nowhere in that area.
Yeah.
And smelling the pine trees and
Yep.
hearing nature and just that is, I think, is what our existence is about. It's being connected with that. And then we disconnect from that because we have to jump back into this stupid and be super pissed off about shit. And I don't want to be pissed off. I want to live in a bubble of where people like give hugs for breakfast. Like you give me
hugs
when
for
I come
breakfast.
over.
Sometimes I do, yeah.
Sometimes you spank me.
Okay.
You did when I was growing up.
The last part. Campbell also said that thanks to
What?
computer graphics and advanced machine learning, digital children will have photorealistic faces and bodies and will be able to recognize and respond to their parents with face tracking and voice analysis. Their parents will be able to interact with them in the digital environments of their choice, such as the living room, park, or pool. They will also be able to choose how fast their digital children grow up or if they grow up at all. Okay.
No, this ain't normal, man. The fact that it's even a conversation. This whole technology thing is really starting to kind of freak me out a little bit. It really is, and I love it.
I like technology.
I
Don't
do
get me
too.
wrong, but there's going to come a time where technology is going to begin to scare people.
Do you? This is a really weird question, and I gotta ask it. Never mind. I don't want to ask it.
You don't want to ask.
All right. If a man ordered a child sex doll, would that still be considered pedophilia?
Ooh, wow, that's a great question. Probably. Wow, that's a great question. I don't know. I don't think you can even order those now.
Oh, I'm sure you can.
Oh man, don't.
Oh, I'm sure you can. If somebody has a few $1,000
started.
laying around, dude, they will have it. But that's what I'm saying. Because if you say this, if you say that, it's better that with the doll than not, well, you know what? Then he's going to have the doll at full access, which is going to encourage that behavior even more. And then he's going to get bored with the fake thing. And it may make them more prone to actually want to go do the real thing even more. And the reason I'm thinking of that is because when you talk about virtual children, we're going to run into a weird time where behaviors are going to change. And some of them are going to be very uncharacteristic. Some expected and some not, right? How do you deal with the mental side of all these technological changes when we can't even handle a simple thing as Facebook or Twitter right now?
Yeah.
What do we do as a society? How do we prepare for this? Do we prepare for it? Do we become so dependent on it that we don't even know how to light a fire or build a tent, or how to fish, how to fillet a fish?
So are you saying we're going backwards?
We're going into a position.
We're going to eventually untrain all of our next generations.
We are literally untraining everybody because you give us one more generation. One more, because there are generations right now that would have no idea what to do if they're out in the woods, not even where to sleep, what they could eat, what they couldn't eat, how to fish, how to do a tent, how to light a fire, none of that stuff. None of it. They've never been challenged with survival. They don't know what it is. That's why 90% of people in this country will die the first year. If we lost power.
Oh, if we had an EMP? Yeah.
If we lost power.
90 days is what I would give them.
Did you know that in New York City, that if they lost power at any given time, 60,000 people would have to be rescued from elevators? On average, 60,000 people will be stuck in elevators.
I've never heard that, but that doesn't surprise me.
I heard that in my fire training.
Wow.
Because it'd be the fire department doing all the rescues.
Yep. It would be.
Some people I'll just leave in there. Look, I wouldn't go to the CNN building.
Some people I would just leave in there.
Yeah.
Is it because you would be protecting humanity?
Yes, I would. I'll be doing justice. I'll be doing some Robin Hood shit.
You don't want them to spread their DNA everywhere. Is that what you're doing?
I'm doing society a favor.
Doing society a favor. By the way, did you know that if you've done the 23andMe or the Ancestry.com DNA thing?
No.
Or any other time somebody's taken your DNA?
I won't do it.
That a bioweapon can be built to kill you? Did you know that?
That's why I don't do that crap, bro.
Dude, U.S. Congressman Jason Crow has stated that there is a biological weapon that uses DNA to kill people. He issued a similar warning during the security forum in Aspen, Colorado. Crow warned the Americans not to be so careless, as their DNA samples could fall into the hands of private companies due to the emergence of a new type of weapon.
I want to say, though, we talked about this a couple of years ago about this.
Yeah.
And these companies admitted they were selling information to agencies. They were selling your DNA. We talked about it. It's not a surprise. It shouldn't be a shocker to anybody.
Quote, you can take someone's DNA, grab their medical profile, and then you can target them with a bioweapon that will kill that person or take them off the battlefield or render them inoperable. The congressman said he was concerned about the development of such weapons because DNA testing services are growing in popularity, where people willingly share their genetic maps with private companies to gain insight into their genealogy and health. You can't discuss this without considering privacy and commercial data protection, because privacy expectations have gotten worse over the last 20 years. It says young people actually know very little about privacy. People just quickly spit in a cup, send it to 23andMe, and get some really interesting data about their genetic background. They are 23andMe is an American private biotechnology company that provides private clients with information about their predisposition to disease based on the analysis of the provided biomaterial. By 2015, they are known to have performed DNA analysis on more than 1 million people.
CIA, bitches!
23andMe, and guess what's next?
24andYou.
Then their DNA is now owned by this private company, and it can be sold with very little intellectual property or privacy protection.
C
And we don't have the legal and regulatory regimes to deal with it.
AIC CIA.
Yeah, so it's a little.
So much.
Here's the thing that my deal. Can you get DNA from a blood sample?
Oh, you can get DNA from a butthole hair,
From
bro.
a hair, correct. So every time you give blood at the doctor's office, there's a potential that your DNA is being siphoned off, right?
You know it is somewhere.
So, there is a DNA database in this country. I guarantee it, with
You're on it.
almost everybody on it, but from the time they were born, because they take blood immediately.
You know, people are going to be like, well, if you don't do anything wrong, you ain't got nothing to worry about. That's not the point, dumbass, bro.
That is not the point.
Don't make me, okay? Don't make me call fat frickin' Tony. Because they found him in Lake Mead, and he's still alive. Somehow he figured out a way to stay alive underwater for 65 years.
U.S. Senator Joni
It's
Ernst of
unbelievable.
Iowa
It's unbelievable.
agreed with Crow at the same forum in Aspen. Ernst warned that biological weapons could be used specifically to kill specific animals on which citizens, troops, or cities depend, leading to food shortages and insecurity and weakening people. Wow. It's ridiculous that our current policy is allowing the Chinese Communist Party to access the genomic data of Americans, Senator Marco Rubio says. I do not like this story at all.
It's a lot deeper than people realize. One world order is literally right around the corner. I mean,
There's no laws to enforce any of the rules that these companies mandate for themselves.
And not to get political, but somebody just said that China is one of the most freest countries in the world.
Yes, I did hear that. Yeah, that's just
Right
what
in
we
the
need.
Butthole.
Virtual babies and DNA as a bioweapon.
You know, dude, it's so weird
See, that's something a movie would
how
be made
there's
about.
some regurgitation of generations, because we say the same things our parents said when we were young and they were old. Now we're old, our kids are young, and we're saying the same thing our parents did. There's this change of times every generation where there's always something new that our generation isn't going to like because we're too old school, we're set in our ways, and then this new shit comes up and we know how unhealthy it can be from experience, and we know the potential damage it could be to people's minds, and we speak up against it, and when we get looked at as this weird part of society because we're not up with times.
Right.
It just scares me because we're detaching from, I think, truly, and this is kind of a spiritual thing, but we're detaching, I think, from our whole purposes of the pursuit of happiness, because living in this matrix, there's no room for happiness. There's just none, and I don't like it. I need happiness.
Hey guys, before we head to the break, I want to talk about Romika Designs real quick. So I've started something new out there because a lot of you don't listen to my other radio show, but I wanted to let you know. Romika Designs now has a 24/7 video feed where I interact with everybody. It's on YouTube. If you search Romika Designs, I would ask that you please, even if you're never going to watch the video, please subscribe to the channel. I need to get followers. I need to get subscribers in order to monetize my channel, and I would certainly appreciate it.
Do it.
But
just do it and shut up.
It's a 24/7 feed. Go out there, visit with me. I'm out there most of the time during the day, except, of course, when I'm on the radio. But look for Romika Designs on YouTube, and you can also see the 24/7 live feed on RomikaDesigns.com. It's right there on the front page. Click on it. Go to YouTube. Click that subscribe button.
Click that shit, man.
Click the notification
What
button.
is wrong? We should have something like that before the show where we have a camera in here showing us, like, tickling each other's nipples and shit. The shit we usually do before our shows.
No.
All right, hey, folks, YouTube, Romika Designs. Get your asses over there. Make sure you subscribe. Give her brother some love. Romika Designs on YouTube. Quick breath. Bottom the hour break when we come back, man. We're dead. All of us. We love you. Don't go anywhere.
At Romika Designs, we're more than just a laser engraving and specialty design company. Much more. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs, and if you can dream it, we can probably make it.
We can custom laser cut and engrave on nearly all material. Great for one-of-a-kind gifts, home decor, business and specialty items, or personalized and logoed designs created just for you or your company. Allow us to become your go-to gift and specialty project partner. Romika Designs can help make your ideas a reality. We're ready to help you design and create that special gift for any occasion or engrave your personal or business logo on just about any product. View our designs at romikadesigns.com or simply email us with your ideas. We specialize in custom design and would be honored to have the opportunity to discuss it with you. Call us at 817-400-4040, email info@romikadesigns.com, or visit us on the web at romikadesigns.com.
Do you have fewer than 3 bowel movements a week? Are your stools dry, hard, and or lumpy? Your stools are difficult or painful to pass? Do you have stomach aches and maybe stomach cramps? Do you feel bloated and nauseous? Do you feel that you haven't completely emptied your bowels after a movement? Well, if that's the case, then the chances are pretty good you are dehydrated. So what you need to do is go to www.insanecustomtumblers.com. We have hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of images that you can purchase for your personalized tumbler today. If you're looking for a custom design, we can help you with that. Insane Custom Tumblers is the one-stop shop for you. Once again, go to insanecustomtumblers.com. Again, that is insanecustomtumblers.com. Use code INSANE20 for a 20% discount today. InsaneCustomTumblers.com. Poop well, my friends. Poop well.
Welcome back to Abnormal Realities. I'm Ron Phillips. That's Rocky Stucci. What are you doing?
Dude, that gave me goosebumps on my nipple.
Oh, my God. But you didn't do the bass.
Well, I didn't know what you were doing. All of a sudden, you just looked at me and you said, I'm like, okay, we usually don't do this during the second segment.
That kind of gay point.
It was. It threw me off. I didn't know what to do, so I just...
Probably not supposed to say gay.
You can say whatever you want, because what are you supposed to say?
Yeah.
Do you have an alternative word for that?
I do not.
Okay, then it is yag backwards.
Yag. Okay.
Jesus, bro.
Stop, dude. You're making it. Okay. You have a picture you want to show us, don't you?
Yeah, it was when I was in the tub last night, and it was
not
weird. I
that
fell
picture.
asleep, and it was weird because all the bubbles just popped and only exposed one part of my body that was floating out of the water, and I actually looked like, you know, when you see that movie Jaws, and they have those things floating out there, those buoys.
Yeah, the buoy.
That's what I saw when I woke up. When I fell asleep in the bathtub, I woke up and I thought I was on Jaws because there's a big buoy, and then it looked like a big bunch of icebergs with all the bubbles in the bathtub around it. Yeah, so I do got a picture here.
Sometimes you crack me up, dude. I don't even know what to say. Okay. All right.
All right. Sorry.
What's this picture you're going to show?
Dude, you are stressing me out.
You're stressing me out.
What? Why am I stressing you out?
This is what the last, what is it? What was the title? This is what the last selfie.
This is, okay, hold on a second. So this is what the last selfie taken on Earth will look like, predicts artificial intelligence.
We're all over the AI tonight, but this is what the last selfie will look like.
Dude. Oh my God. Would you? How much? How much,
What?
dude? How much? Right there. How much?
Is that like the city burning?
That is. That's the apocalyptic moment right there.
like
That's
a
what's in the
zombie.
Bible. That's what's in the Bible right there.
That's like a zombie of what the hell?
Look at all the towns are burning. All the people are dead. I don't know if that's a burnt person or if that's a zombified person. It looks more burnt. I know a girl, she was a meth head. She kind of looked like that.
Nice.
It's amazing what you do for $3.
Roger Rabbit says, this picture is creepy AF. I saw it the other day.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Look inside those eyeballs.
There's not any eyeballs.
Dude, what if you woke up to that and that was down by your saccaroni looking at you with no eyeballs?
Why do you always go there?
Because look, man, could you imagine those
The
black
person's
holes?
taking the last selfie on Earth, and all you got on your mind is, hey, jump down there betwixt my legs.
What if you woke up and that was down there saying...
I'm telling you, that person would never get that close to my junk to be able to go whatever it was you were just doing between my legs. No, it's not happening. I will stand on the top of a house, picking them off one by one. That'd be like The Walking Dead.
Dude, I will whoop shit up, dude.
What would you do in a zombie apocalypse? I mean,
you know what? Here's the thing.
Misty's already got me planning for zombie apocalypse.
So
we got this idea for a complete compound that zombies can't get into.
We're having meetings at home. We're having meetings in our garage about, stuff.
Hey, man.
Here's the big question is that where do we go? Because, our biggest problem is that if we had a situation.
I got some land in East Texas. You come on down.
Well, dude, we're going. But here's the thing is that we have the southern border. And, during an apocalypse, we're going to lose law enforcement. We're not going to have any border security. We ain't going to have nothing. We're going to have this big flux of these people coming up to us. So we're just not going to have to be able to combat these zombies. But we're also going to have to combat this big flow of more human cattle coming from the south. So Texas is a very vulnerable spot. That's part of our discussion. So where would you go if you had to leave the state of Texas? And for one, it'll take 8 days just to get out of Dallas-Fort Worth. I always tell people, they're like, yeah, we just crossed into Texas. Got an hour and a half to get to Dallas. Yeah, you have an hour and a half to get to the city line. Mm-hmm. You got another hour and a half to go another 30 miles to my house.
That's correct. Yeah, to drive across Dallas, to drive across Texas from east to west will literally take you a full day.
Yep. It takes 13 and a half hours to get to southern point of Texas from where we're at right now. It takes 13 and a half hours for me to get to Minneapolis.
From Dallas, Fort Worth, it takes 10 plus hours to get to El Paso. It's just a long freaking way. As a matter of fact, I think if you're going from here to, let's say, California, I think you're past halfway by the time you get out of Texas.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
But I got to tell you, when we went up north last time, having Texas plates up in Minnesota, it's kind of like this. You feel tough, man.
Really? It made you feel tough?
Because I know, dude,
Did you have Texas plates then?
Yeah, and I just know the mentality of people up there. And it's kind of like, hey, check it out.
When you were driving around, people were looking at you going,
like, you know who I voted for, bitch.
Why is this Texan up here?
Yeah, they were when we were there. When we went to Mullins Park, everybody was just like, look, they walk different than us. Those rednecks, look at them, gross.
Were they talking about you or me?
I bet you they eat their own boogers.
They were talking about me because you were still having a little trouble walking at that point, if I remember correctly.
What was wrong with my walk?
You had boots on and you didn't know how to walk, remember?
No, I knew how to walk. I didn't know I was looking like such a freaking idiot when I was walking.
But that's the thing.
I was walking up that alley, Ronald was behind me and my feet. So, dude, when I was born, I had a problem with my feet. So I had to wear these braces till I was 2. And
really?
I cried. Yes.
I did not know that.
My feet were out sideways.
Out like this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you were pigeon-toed.
Yeah.
Is that right? Pigeon-toed?
Yep. So I had to wear a brace and I hated them.
Is it pigeon-toed out or in?
I don't know.
I don't remember which.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've always been kind of bothered by that. And I've always known that I kind of have this tendency of my feet wanting to go out.
Yeah.
Just naturally because of how I was born. So I had to be a lot more conscious. And I'm doing it now. I am. I'm really watching how I'm walking because, when you wear boots, man, you can't look like a chump. Man, it's all about how the butt looks when you
you're
walk.
wearing boots, yes.
Like when you drop something, when you pick it up, you got to pick things up differently. You got to make shit pop. You got to represent shit, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
Do when you put your boots on, you change?
I know. I've been around you when you put your boots on and you always like, hey, look at my butt. Tell me if my butt looks good.
But not the Mills Fleet Farm boots. I don't ask you those questions.
What's wrong with the Mills Fleet Farm boots?
You told me they're not real.
That's not true.
You told me that.
No, I didn't say they weren't real.
You laughed at me, Ron.
They probably weren't leather.
They weren't shit. They're Mills Fleet Farm boots.
What are these you wearing today?
Ariats.
Are they?
Yep.
You like them? You wear them to work?
Yep.
They're nice. Yeah.
You can't even tell you're wearing boots.
Where'd you get them?
At an Ariat store. I don't know.
Here?
Man, but you told us where to go.
Oh, Cavender's.
That's where I went.
Cavender's Boot City.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's like, can I help you? I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking for. Like I never bought
I'm new
cowboy
here.
shit. Yeah, I never bought cowboy shit before, man. You know what I mean? I want it like a Pepsi.
He used that old phrase, I wasn't born in Texas, but I got here as fast as I could.
Quick as
Can
I
you help me
could.
with some boots?
Yeah, I'm like, what do I look for? You know?
What's your story? The possibility of a zombie outbreak like in The Walking Dead is real.
What would be your weapon of choice for a zombie apocalypse?
My weapon of choice. Oh, that's a good question. Because it's quick. I'm quick to say gun, right? But you're going to run out of ammunition.
Yep.
Then you just have to beat them with the gun. So a gun probably wouldn't be my weapon of choice.
It's your best thing because you can kill from a distance.
for right now,
Mm-hmm.
right? But ongoing, I don't know, dude. Honestly,
I'm curious what other people would pick because you got to think long term.
maybe like a
It has to be like a double weapon.
long sword or something.
It has to be like a sword, but something you can use in short combat too.
Well, yeah,
Like when you hold the sword, you got
Yeah.
the sword, kind of like you're taking a leak,
yeah.
and you're holding it. And then something that maybe comes off the bottom, like a little hook or something, just in case you need to throw something up in somebody's chin.
Yeah, yeah, because you're going to have to learn some hand to hand. There's no question about that.
I'm good. Dude. I'll do training. I'll train people, show them what's going on. I kind of know some, ancient ninja shit. I was showing you how to stretch the other night. Remember you pulled the muscle in your kidney muscle?
No, but okay. Did you want me to just go with that? Because
You're supposed to go.
oh,
with
I'm
it.
sorry. It was my growing
He
muscle.
pulled
Go
his
with
kidney,
that one.
He pulled his kidney muscle, so I had to rub it for him for 45 minutes.
A zombie apocalypse resulting from the outbreak of a mysterious epidemic is a common setting for many films and games, but can something like this happen in reality? Of course it can. It may be hard to believe, but the script for The Walking Dead is not far from the truth. You can turn living people into some kind of zombie, for example, with the help of powerful neurotoxins. Daura stramonium toxin will do, causing a powerful disorientation that does not go away for a considerable time. If you give a person a neurotoxin, then his consciousness will change, thanks to which you can inspire him with any crazy ideas.
Dude, if you
Is
give
this some crap that the government's
listen,
using?
if you
fruit
give
syrup?
some guy right now who has monkeypox and he's pussing all over, and then you put him on some really good PCP and he just one of those guys that just goes naked and runs down the street and goes head first into city buses. That's all you really need is a little bit of monkeypox and PCP, and there's your apocalypse.
Wow. Datura intoxication typically produces delirium, hallucination, hypothermia, tachycardia, bizarre behavior, urinary retention, and severe mydriasis with resultant painful photophobia, God dang, that can last several days. Pronounced amnesia is another commonly reported effect. The onset of symptoms generally occurs around 30 to 60 minutes after ingesting the herb. These symptoms generally last from 24 to 48 hours, but have been reported
Wow.
in some cases to last as long as 2 weeks.
Holy nightmare, man.
Yeah, but in the case of neurotoxins, it will not be possible to provoke an epidemic. That is, zombies will not infect each other.
Not yet. For some reason, I got a really weird feeling that they probably already have something ready to go that is a viral something that could create this. You know what?
Well, genetic experiments, genetic mutations due to human experimentation. That's what they're saying here is that experts called another version of the real zombie apocalypse. This is a scenario with a parasitic fungi. In reality, there are such mushrooms. They turn insects into zombies, but are not dangerous to humans. But the situation may change with the appearance of some kind of mutation or as a result of genetic experimentation.
Yeah, but I think the way that I'm not saying we're evolving though. I mean,
that's that movie I Am Legend.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
what that is.
And the weird things that are happening, there's a new virus now that's coming out from another rodent. That's where it came from. And it's weird that we're just having all these different viruses. And now the one thing that I do pay attention to is when we talk about like the Antarctica, we talk about the North Pole, we talk about polar shifts, we talk about the Earth's magnetic pole moving. The Earth has always moved and shifted. So we're going to start seeing certain areas of the planet that have been typically covered in ice for a very long time starting to melt. And we're also going to start seeing new parts of the planet that were typically very hot starting to freeze. Not immediately, but in time, right?
But isn't this just the planet doing its thing?
That's the planet doing its thing. But and of course, it's going to change the way we live, and of course, we're going to try to play God and stop it. But you know, when you see these ice sheets that have been around for thousands and hundreds of thousands of years start melting, there's a potential of things becoming airborne that we have not experienced yet. That could have a potential very large wave of casualties on its first wave until we figure out what F it is and how to react to it. So you got to be careful. But the problem is that we have too many men that are sitting here trying to create weapons, and they'll get one virus and intermix it with another one and trying to create something new. And they use these as an experiment. And let's say that this was an accident and what we just dealt with, and it just mysteriously got out of a building. And that's how quick something can change the planet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we do it. We do it. We create it because of power. You know, I mean, there's no reason we need to create bioweapons like that. There's no reason we need to have those in supply. It should be mandatory that anything that could have the potentiality to destroy this life as we know it on this planet should be immediately destroyed. We don't have the authority to damage this planet at that level. Like if we went to a nuclear war, the damage we would do to this planet. And when you start looking at these sites and these pictures that we've seen from this satellite that's gone up,
Yeah.
you really start realizing how irrelevant we are in this universe and how fortunate we are to be on this little speck of dust floating in nowhere, to have the life that we live in a physical world.
What's funny is you call the planet that we're on a speck of dust, but what does that make us?
That's what I'm saying.
We're microscopic.
You can't even explain how small we are. You can't even explain how small we are, you know, relevantly speaking to the universe.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't even exist. We're not even a piece of air. We're that small. And yet we sit here like these little stupid creatures, and we create territories and madness and taxes and unhappiness and misery and intimidation and death. And it's just like, do we really have to be like this? Do you want to be like this? I mean, do you hate waking up every morning and looking at the misery in the world? Dude, I watched one video where there's a line of guys. They were in a line and they waited their turn to go lay by a hole so they can have their head cut off. Who gives anybody that authority
Why?
to take another life from another person like that?
Why did they do that?
Because of a belief.
Oh,
Why? That's the humans we deal with. We talk about psychology. We talk about universe and connection. And people look at like a belief as a radical thing when it comes to wanting to protect people. But we have beliefs, man, that's okay. You know, so that kind of lines up with the abnormal, right? We have faiths out there that justify having grown men stand in a line and then to watch these guys literally without resistance lay down.
Yeah.
And get positioned for them. It scared me to death. I was traumatized by that, Ron. I was traumatized by that's who we are. And then we talk about this stuff here, virtual babies and shit. And we talk about this escape from the really, what's going to happen in the real world while everybody's in their rooms in this virtual reality? What's going on out in the real world? Who's cutting grass?
thank you.
You know,
That's what I'm saying.
it's going to be a ghost town and there's not going to be malls.
People are going to get fatter.
Man, dude.
People are, I mean, it's just going to, people's bodies will be diminished because their minds are living in this virtual reality. I mean, it's odd to think that, but there are movies and TV shows out there that show you, or, you know, people's ideas of what will happen. Now, like I said, it intrigues me. The metaverse intrigues me, you know, to put the goggles on and be able to turn any direction and see things, ride a roller coaster, go swimming, do whatever, you know, scuba diving, whatever. Those types of things seem fun. But when you begin to interact in a second world type of situation, and oh my God.
You know, relationships, that's where you're going to lose everybody, is in a relationship. People are going to hurry up and they want to get out of their human existence.
Well, they want to get home from work.
Yep.
They want to go straight to the VR.
Yep.
And they
Get
do
naked.
that. Yeah.
You let their balls hang off the couch
Get
seat.
naked.
You know what I mean? Hold their ball sack while they're going into that world because they got shit to do.
There's already freaking VR porn. I've never partaken, but I can't imagine that it's fun. I can't, wow.
Science, bro. We got to check it out.
You check it out and let me
We
know.
will, as a team, check it out because it's for science. We'll live stream it. I should have Ron Phillips come over when I set this head thing up and live stream him putting it on and running into the damn wall.
I don't want to run into the wall, dude. Look though, I put one on. My daughter's got one for her PS4, and I put it on one night, and she's playing this little 3D game where you reach out and you pick up stuff and you throw it here and throw it there. Then she swapped it out and put this game in where you go down in you go down in the water, a deep murky water, in a shark cage, and you can't see jack past the lights that are on the cage.
I don't like that.
And freaking big old fish come swimming by.
Oh no!
I am out. But then there are people who literally will walk through haunted houses.
I want to do that.
No.
We gotta do it, bro. Haunted house. Let's do it, bro.
We don't have to do it.
Haunted house.
There's a difference. In my opinion, there's a difference between personally and physically walking into a haunted house like Haunted Hill House and doing it through those VR glasses. You know why?
Hey, can we do it?
Because the VR glasses, it's a game or it's a situation that's man-made to scare the bejesus out of you.
Can we do an event to where we have the 360 camera streaming live and people can put on their VR glasses and they can stream with their VR glasses like they're walking with us?
Well, except that the 360 camera won't stream live.
Well, that's some bull, but this, dude, that's dumb.
It won't stream live. Now, that's not to say we couldn't film something and then come back, upload it, and then jump in the chat room with them, but they're going to be busy. They won't chat with us. They'll be in the 360 room.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, brother.
But honestly, that's the thing is.
Did you know the Baker Hotel is doing ghost tours?
Somebody mentioned that the
Ain't
other
that
day.
a bunch of bullshit, bro?
That's in Mineral Wells. Yeah. Somebody mentioned the other day that they're doing hotel tours there. And I'm thinking,
Ghost tours.
what? When did that start?
I don't know, but I'm in.
Wouldn't it be? I mean, we've still got the 360 camera. We ought to do something with the 360 camera, take everybody along with us, right? So that they can, but the thing is that you have to have the glasses and you have to be able, because you can go out right now and watch me and Rocky walk around his old homestead in Minnesota. And in 360,
That's cool.
without the camera, you just use your mouse and you can turn.
You can look around the neighborhood while we're walking down
Yeah.
the street. The
Yeah.
street I grew up in.
But if you had 360 glasses on,
And then there's
the
a
VR
dude
glasses.
that I thought he was going to get out of the car and shoot Ron.
Oh, the guy across the street?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
He was checking you out
He was.
hardcore, bro.
That's because I'm a Texan. He was looking at my butt.
He was, dude, actually. You were popping that shit.
It actually wasn't the best area of town.
It was
anymore,
not a good area at all. And you were popping that ass like you're at work. You know what I'm saying, dude? We were only
Pop
30
that
feet from
ass.
a corner. You could have been like $15, bro. Give me 5 minutes, $15. Guaranteed. $15 and a glazed donut. I'm good.
Lucky Smith says, I had a VR headset and it took me to see an Elton John concert where he talked to you and brought you on stage. It freaked me out so much I haven't used it since.
Just been zooming. So
That's
Timmy
fun.
the pilot, zooming. So they still do that Zoom where they go, kind of go to the Zoom room and hang out, and
I think so.
that's cool.
Probably.
That's cool.
Roller coasters, Toby McAvoy. Roller coasters, yes. Haunted houses, no. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes.
I think I could do a roller coaster without a problem.
No, I'm not doing a
Oh,
roller
I
coaster.
jumped out of the back of a helicopter.
Yeah,
wearing those
you
one
did.
time.
And yes, you did.
I did. I took a freaking running start and out I went.
What?
You have to sit down when you're doing that shit or you will fall. Because in free fall VR,
Oh,
your
VR.
legs give out.
I thought it was for
I'm
real.
no, VR, dude.
I was like, I'm so freaking proud of you right now.
No.
I didn't know that. There's a lot of things I know about Phillips. I didn't know he jumped out of a helicopter.
Timmy says augmented reality is awesome. And that's actually pretty cool.
What does that mean?
Augmented reality, it's where you augmented reality is I think our phones have it now, where you can superimpose stuff on top of real life. Right? So aircraft have quite a bit of augmented reality.
Dude, I actually
Heads up displays, things
Timmy
like
the
that.
pilot, you Ron, you should know. So I've been practicing on this app, and I'm actually doing pretty good where I'm landing planes, and I'm able to land now on an aircraft carrier. So I'm kind of getting my shit under control. So
Well,
I'm
that'll get you
hard,
a pilot's license in a heartbeat.
dude. I'm telling you, I'm feeling kind of like they should just give me one. You know, because I have to control the landing gear and the throttle
Please
and
do.
steer at the same time.
Please do not give
Try
him the
that
pilot's license.
shit,
You need to go flying with me, though.
dude. I mean,
Would
how
you go
are you
flying with
supposed
me?
to hit a button for the landing gear when you're trying to control the throttle and steering wheel at the same
It's
time?
hard to do, I know. I've never landed on a aircraft carrier.
I
so
follow Ron Phillips'
you beat
advice
me.
though. So there's this spot there on my dashboard, and I line that up where the numbers are on the freaking runway, and I kind of keep that spot lined up all the way down.
Yep.
And the only thing I kind of control are my flaps right at the end and my freaking airspeed.
Yep. That's exactly what you're supposed to
Thank
do.
you, bro.
Keep that spot on the runway in the same spot on your
Those
window.
747s are a bitch, though. I can land a 747, but boy, I tell you something, man. When you turn in, it's not like those smaller planes. You got to kind of let that thing get into that balance of the lean, and then it takes time for it to kind of re-level, and you can over-adjust, come back to the right a little bit.
Oh my God! Stop touching me, dude.
Don't touch me.
Seriously.
I love you guys. We appreciate you. Oh,
So what's happening on the Rocky
don't know.
Stucci show?
Not much
during the week?
You know, just things are stupid. Things are
They seem-
stupid. They really are, and I'm nervous, and I'm worried for a lot of things, man, when it comes to our life and how we live it. And maybe I'm getting old, but times are changing, and there's some things I'm being old school on and pushing back, and so we just kind of talk about what's going on and some of my feelings on it, and sometimes I say afterwards because I don't care. So just come over and hang out. You know, we get goosebumps
Tuesday
on our
nights.
nipples and shit.
Tuesday
you
nights,
know?
Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Central. Yeah.
We have a good time. Come on. Ron's gonna
Rocky
come on
Stucci
sometime.
Media on
Rocky Stucci Show on Rocky Stucci Media Facebook page.
Facebook page. Yeah.
Yeah, they're suppressing it because the show I did on Tuesday, only 32 people saw it out of 23,000. So, you know, I'll probably bump over to YouTube just because it has better quality stream. I don't care. You know, as long as people can go and listen to the podcast or listen to the shows, that's all that I really care about.
Yeah, because you can stream 1080p or 4K over on
Yep.
YouTube.
Love
can't
you
do it on
guys.
Facebook.
You guys are awesome, man. We appreciate you. Man, Ron Phillips has the best looking nipples in the world. I just want everybody to know that. Thank you all.
RomikaDesigns.com. Go to YouTube. Find Romika Designs. Get out there. Please subscribe on the YouTube channel. And check me out. I'm out there sometimes in the middle of the night because I can't sleep. But anyways, guys.
If an alien wants to do butt stuff, don't say no.
No.
Abnormalrealities.com, OdysseyRadio.com. Get your asses over there. Make sure you download the app. Ladies and gentlemen, from our family to yours, much love, much respect. Love you.
Good night.
Take us home, Ron Phillips. Double freaking pump, bitches.